There are prayers you pray out loud, and there are prayers you whisper only with tears. Prayers that never make noise but shake heaven. This is the story of Hannah, a woman who prayed through pain, trusted through silence, and discovered that God was working even when nothing seemed to change. In the days of ancient Israel, there lived a man named Elkanah. He was a faithful man, a man who went yearly to worship the Lord. Elkanah had 2 wives. One was Peninnah. She had children, many of them. The other was Hannah. Hannah had none. In those days, barrenness was not just sorrow, it was disgrace, it was whispered judgment, it was quiet humiliation. Every empty cradle reminded Hannah of what she lacked. Peninnah knew Hannah's pain, and she used it. Whenever the family went up to Shiloh to worship, Peninnah would provoke her, mock her, remind her. Words like, "Where is your child? Still waiting? Maybe God forgot you." And Hannah would weep. She would stop eating. Her heart grew heavy year after year. Even though Elkanah loved her deeply, even though he gave her double portions of food, the ache in her soul remained. Some pains cannot be comforted by people, only by God. One year, after the family finished eating and drinking, Hannah stood up quietly. She walked away, into the house of the Lord. No crowd followed her. No one noticed. She knelt down, and something inside her broke. Her lips moved, but her voice did not. Tears fell freely. Her heart cried out, "Lord of hosts, if you will look upon my affliction, if you will remember me, and not forget your servant." This was not a proud prayer. It was surrender. She promised that if God gave her a son, she would give him back. Total trust, total obedience. As Hannah prayed, the priest Eli watched her, but instead of compassion, he accused her. "How long will you be drunk?" Imagine that. Crying in God's house and being misunderstood. But Hannah answered gently, "No, my Lord, I am a woman deeply troubled. I have poured out my soul before the Lord. Sometimes when your faith is quiet, people may misjudge you, but God never does." Eli paused, and then he spoke words that changed everything. "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant your request." Hannah stood up. Nothing had changed yet. No pregnancy. No proof. But the Bible says something powerful. Her face was no longer sad. She ate again. She rested. Faith doesn't always come with answers. Sometimes it comes with peace. In time, God remembered Hannah. She conceived. She gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, saying, "Because I asked the Lord for him." Her tears turned to joy. Her shame turned to praise. But Hannah did not forget her promise. When Samuel was old enough, she returned him to the temple. She placed her miracle back into God's hands. "For this child I prayed," she said. Hannah prayed once more, but this time not in sorrow, in worship. She praised a God who lifts the lowly, who remembers the forgotten, who turns mourning into joy. Her son Samuel became a prophet, a leader, a voice for a nation. Her pain gave birth to purpose. If you are waiting, if God feels silent, if your prayers feel unanswered, remember Hannah. God hears the prayers you cry in silence. Delay is not denial, and heaven is never quiet.